Alrighty, folks, look what came in the mail today. We have our Rabbit R1, and I wanted to open up, show what this looks like. I really have no idea. As you can see, it's still within the styrofoam or the plastic wrapping. So let's go ahead and open this guy up and see what's inside. Here's what's going to look like. It looks something like this. So you can see here, styrofoam casing to it, another piece of plastic to go around it. Okay, it says scan here for user guide, which I think we'll wind up doing here in a second. And I'm really unsure what to think of this Rabbit R1. I've heard mixed reviews of it, so I really have no idea. Is it just a piece of tech junk? Who knows? But I'm excited to try it out and see what this thing will do here. Let's see how I can get this thing to open. So here we have it. Here is the Rabbit R1. It's kind of a clean, a little more orangey than I thought it was going to be on the kind of the pictures of it, which I'm not upset about. I kind of like the orange look better. This thing right here is your eye, or a 360-degree eye here, like a camera of some sort. Right here, your scroll wheel, your display. On this side, you have your USB-C port, SIM card slot, and then the same thing back here. You have your 360i, push to talk, or select button, scroll wheel, all in one kind of thing. And here's your speaker. And then finally, I'm not sure, there's a button on the side right here, but it doesn't tell me what this is. Some kind of mic array or something. I'm not sure exactly what this is yet. So this is the power button. That great thing is the power button. Hold the power button until the display turns on. Insert a nano SIM card with data plan to connect to cellular network. Otherwise, follow the steps on the device to connect to a Wi-Fi network. I don't have a cellular network card right now, so we'll try to do the Wi-Fi option here. All right. You can see that tilted up in the screen so you can kind of see it a little better. So click to continue. Okay, click this button right here. Okay, select a network. I'll do that here off the camera. Ooh, that's cool. So like this. It asked me to connect to a network here. And then when you want to type in a password or type in something, you actually have to rotate it. See? Rotate it. And it's all text, like you're texting on a device. So activate your R1 and link it with your services here. Okay, so I think I got that all done here. So scan QR code. Is it this one right here, maybe?
3 hours later.
So I finally got it to work. I had to like zoom in on the QR code on the phone. I think some of the lighting in the house was causing a glare onto my phone as well too. So just something to be mindful of if you're unboxing your R1 at some point, either now or in the near future, just know you might have an issue with that as well too. I had to kind of zoom in again on the phone, make sure the QR code was enlarged, adjusting some of the settings in terms of the lighting of the screen itself on my phone. Even then, it still took me quite a bit of time, but I'll get it eventually. So for those of you who might be struggling with that, just keep trying it. It does actually work. For a moment there, I was thinking, does this thing actually work? Is this really a scam? Is it really just a boat anchor or something like that? But okay, so now we have this. Next, we have this. Okay, so I'm gonna put this down again. We have successfully linked my account here. Let's continue. I'll have to create a passcode. I'll do that offline here. And you can scroll, as you see here, I'm scrolling. You can like scroll this way, right? Or down or up this. That's kind of cool. It's also kind of annoying when you're trying to set up a passcode that you have to scroll each individual one. Again, just kind of slow. So one thing I noticed about this is like getting through this setup has not been necessarily like easy. Like to go like one at a time for these numbers and find all the numbers. And even two, when I was typing in something when I was typing something in, it was hard. Like it felt very much like like one of the early versions of texting, kind of slow, right? Just connect the cable to charge the device. The cable to charge. Let me go see if we have a cable in here. I don't remember seeing any type of cable. Get this headphones all the way for everybody here. Let's see what else we got in this box. I don't think there's anything else in here, unless I missed it. Well, it looks like it just takes a regular USB-C charger, but you can see we're all set up. It needs a charge. So we'll be back with more at a later time. We'll show you what the rest of this looks like. Okay, so we unboxed the rabbit guy right here, and then we had to go through and had to run a kind of update for it. So here's the next day here. Sorry for the change in garb, whatever. You can tell it's a different day, but I want to show you what the rest of this setup looks like and what you can do with this rabbit R1 thing. And it's kind of interesting, right? It's kind of funky, to be honest with you. I don't know if not sure if I love it quite yet. It's just kind of weird and clunky to work with. But as you can see here, here's the screen, and hopefully now this might be a little easier to see for you guys. There we go. Okay, so you can see the Rabbit R1 here. So what you do is you can just say, hold this down, and it's listening to you now. We're gonna have it open settings. Open settings. Let's try this again. Open settings menu. So it's kind of clunky, kind of weird. Settings.
I'm waiting.
I'll double click it here. You can see here we have, if I double click something, it opens the camera up. And this is random. So, you know, I told it open settings. Now it's just trying to open settings. So you can see it's really clunky, right? Here's my camera back open. It's a rear facing camera. So like I said, it's kind of clunky. I went back here again, but let's try a couple things here and see what happens. Let's try, I'm gonna hold it down, ask for a recipe. So what's a good, easy to make recipe involving beef? I don't know why it's taking such a long time to load stuff up. I bet if I wait a couple minutes here, it'll probably open up a recipe for something with beef. But I don't understand why it's taking. Again, it's taking kind of a long time. It's kind of a clunky. I don't know. Don't know how I feel about this. It's kind of a weird thing. And maybe it's one of those things that having the SIM card is better. And if you have the SIM card, it's a better.
One simple and delicious recipe involving beef is beef stir fry.
Okay. So you can see here, I'm scrolling through here.
Thinly sliced beef, vegetables like bell peppers and broccoli, and a savory sauce made with soy sauce, garlic, and ginger. Would you like the full recipe details for beef stir fry?
Yes, I would like the full recipe details for beef stir fry. Again, it's kind of slow, kind of weird and slow how this is working, but yeah, it's a new gadget. Play around with it, see what happens. Curious if you guys have one of these guys, curious what you think about it. If you would purchase it, why or why not? I got this because Perplexity was basically or Rabbit R1 was giving away these things for a year subscription to Perplexity. And you guys know how much I love Perplexity. So I wanted to go ahead and pay for a year and basically get this guy for free. But again, not sure. Let me try to take another picture of something, see what happens here. You double click this guy. You can also do this thing too. If you look on here, so there's a picture right there. It's nothing. I'm gonna turn this guy back off here. But so if I click on this guy right here, open up, you can also flip it the other way too. I thought you could. Oh, there you go. Yep. So you can move this thing around. So this faces this way. You can see my wall back there, or face it this way. And now you can see the camera. So let's take a picture of this. You can see the microphone in the view too. I'm taking a picture of the microphone. And it just shut off. Again, really weird. Let's try this again.
2 hours later.
Open the Skype right here. Click this button one time. You can see it in the screen there. Don't mind the O ring from the camera. So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a weird tech gadget thing. Probably need to do more research and find out more about it. But this is it, brand new out of the box. Yep, here's the box that came in, brand new. We'll see what happens with it. So, if you got one, would love to hear more about.
Absolutely, but I fully understand your question. Could you please provide more context or clarify your query?
See, yeah. So again, I'm not sure. I guess my only redeeming value of it is that I do have a paid for subscription to Perplexity for the year, which is really nice for me since I use Perplexity all the time. Came with this little gadget thing with this. Not sure this is going to turn into a paperweight or what it's going to be eventually, but having some trouble getting it connected. Maybe just user error. Again, the whole settings and trying to connect to different settings and different connections was really odd and awkward. So not sure what to think about it, but we'll play around with it some more, see what happens. Maybe in the future I'll do another video once I figure out how this thing works. Till then, it looks kind of cool. Right now, I'm not giving it more than maybe 2 stars right now. Just it's really clunky. Everything I can do here, I can do faster online on my phone and my phone. So maybe I'll change my mind. Maybe it'll get better. Maybe the software updates will happen, and we'll see. But hope you enjoy. If you have an R1, let me know in the comments below. Would love to hear about your experience with it as well too. Until next time, be well.